And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend Sheep Ludes. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. I'm stressed out because I feel like my fantasy football team is about to take an absolute nosedive and kick me out of the playoffs, but you know what? There's no one to blame but myself for poor management, honestly. I am so good at fantasy baseball, but something happens when I go to fantasy football where it's just like, I don't know. I want to blame the game as a whole and say it's less strategic and that's why I suck, but I think it's just like I have the worst luck ever when it comes to football players. Anyways, let's gaze upon the crystal ball and see if we can predict what we're going to see in NBA 2K23, my team, this week. Kind of hard to predict lately, at least this season, because it's pretty evident that the 2K development team is on some sort of vacation for the holidays, which shout out to them. I think it's good that they get a long vacation. I'm all about workers' rights, but doesn't seem like the content was worked on enough prior to it. So it's kind of like we've had very lackluster content the past couple weeks, honestly, and it's probably going to continue for at least the next two. That being said, I mean, there is some things that we're probably going to see, so let's kind of look at that. Monday, so tomorrow, or today, kind of depends when you're watching this video, it doesn't really matter. Moments cards. Now, I feel like it's pretty likely we do get a moments card at this point, because they did give us 2 last week, and it appears as though they've kind of pre-made the content and are letting it roll out organically. So I would assume that we get some moments content. Now, outside of Joel Embiid, pretty much every one of these cards has been kind of like a random NBA player, a card that wouldn't exist anywhere outside of moments, right? Zubac, Alvarado, Nebhard, Brunson, Jeremy Grant, stuff like that. So I would expect that whatever moments cards we get over the next 2 days are probably going to, if we do get 2 again like we did last week, they're probably going to fit that same kind of mold. I don't think we're going to get anybody like a Jokic or a Paul George or anything of that nature, so I would kind of pump the brakes on that. I don't think that's going to happen unless they were to put moments cards in packs, right? So, kind of looking at players who could very easily have moments cards. So, number one, I think D'Anthony Melton would be someone that I could definitely see getting a moments card. Had a 33-point performance the other day. It wouldn't be too shocking to see him have that. Also, he's a 6'2 guard, so it kind of fit in line with what they like to drop around this time, too. So, that actually makes a whole lot of sense. Any other guys that could get it? I mean, yeah, Franz Wagner would actually make a whole lot of sense as well. He just had a pretty big game the other day on Friday, so wouldn't be shocked to see that. I actually would not be horribly shocked to see Bam Adebayo get one also. Now, that being said, I don't know if that's going to be the case. He's kind of a weird one where he doesn't necessarily fit that vibe, so I don't know. I'm going to go probably with Melton. I think Melton would make a whole lot of sense. The other guy where it's possible, and I don't know if they would do this, but it's a possibility, would be Halliburton. Halliburton's had a couple of good games over the course of the week, so it would be nice to see Halliburton. His jump shot's not really the greatest, but I wouldn't be upset to see Halliburton. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably either Melton. Halliburton would be the best, and the reason Halliburton would be the best is because he is a 6'5 point guard, and for budget players, I mean, we do not have a point guard size-wise that can kind of go with some of the more elite options. So that would be my ideal one. Even though his jump shots kind of sucks, it doesn't really matter though. But I think it's more likely we probably get like Melton or Franz Wagner. That's just me though. Tuesday, we may get another moments card, but I don't really know. And it'd probably be any of the guys that I just mentioned. Now Tuesday will come with another dreaded super pack with some Evos too though. Now I don't know if it's going to be forwards or centers. As far as the super pack, I'm leaning towards forwards, but it could very easily be centers. There's no way for us to tell. But we will know what the one next week is, depending on what we get this week. So, there's going to be no new cards in it, but there is going to be MT making opportunities, which I covered quite a bit in the market tips video that I dropped last night. If it's forwards, I'm just going to run through this quickly. Look at like Robert Horry. Robert Horry would be an excellent option, and I actually think it's very likely that he would get an Evo in a forward-centric pack, like for sure. You could look at Robert Horry. You could look at Bruce Bowen. Bruce Bowen's another one that would actually make a lot of sense. You could also look at Aldridge if they are doing power forwards, but that's probably more of a big man thing. Other guys would be like Ruben Patterson, I think would be another good option, possibly even Charles Oakley. These are all guys that are likely to potentially get one. You could also look at like Duncan Robinson, even because he does play small forward. And there's another guy. I just don't care. Honestly, I don't think any of these newer sets are going to get him. So kind of just like understand that before you go any further, realistically, right? Oh, Franz Wagner. If he doesn't get a Moments card, I think it's probably safe to assume he gets an Evo. I actually wouldn't be shocked to see that. And he'd be very good. If he had any defensive buff, Franz Wagner would be nasty because he was actually a really good Amethyst. I wouldn't be shocked to see some of the glitch guys get him too. Honestly, I don't think they're going to do that. But like, Karis LeVert would be good. Like, Robert Williams would be really good. His jump shot is terrible. I hate it, though. It'd be ideal if they gave it to, like, Vucevic or Jared Allen would be the most ideal, personally. But I don't necessarily think that's the case. If it is a big man pack, the guys that I'm kind of looking at mostly would be Theo Ratliff for sure. Because we're never getting another Theo Ratliff card. Bob McAdoo, I'm investing in heavily because if he does get one, his price is going to soar. And also, he'll probably be the best budget power forward in the game with his tendencies and jump shot. Tyson Chandler might get one. I don't know. Either way, there's going to be a bunch of guys that get Evos, and they're going to be huge. Takeover players coming. I mean, dude, I don't know who the takeover... I never even try to guess the takeover players. Like, because I don't know. Like, we got Sharif Abdul-Rahim. Like, I don't know what kind of theme that we're going to be getting. I mean, the Tuesday takeovers last year, outside of Maggette and OG, were kind of trash. Well, Kevin Johnson was okay, too. But, like, you know, Elvin Hayes, Chuck Person, and Nate Archibald were not exactly good. So I'm not sure who it's going to be. I would just kind of sit back and just assume. Like, Sharif Abdul-Rahim is pretty solid. He's not the greatest power forward in the world, but he's really, really decent. And I would assume that whatever card we get is probably going to fall in line more similarly to like Sharif Abdul-Rahim or like Corey Maggette, where they're very good and usable, but I wouldn't say they're going to be a top level card at their position. And I honestly don't know. I do not know who it's going to be. I'm going to say Michael Oluwakandi just because I feel like it, but I don't think that's actually accurate. Wednesday, we get nothing. We get a new Moments of the Week, which is like, I don't really care about the Moments of the Week. I mean, clearly I haven't done any of these. I just like... Mentally, I don't want to put myself through these because it's like, I don't care about the trophy cases. I really don't care about anything. I should probably do the current jersey and current pennant, but it's just like, I don't really care that much. 20 rebounds with Mitchell Robinson sounds just taxing. It sounds like this is going to be really time consuming. That's why I'm not doing it. So, you know, it is what it is. Probably get a new stable. I would assume they're going to be the exact same. It's just going to be for a Hoff badge at the end and a bunch of trophy case pieces and some versions of these cards. I mean, I like that they're hollows, like that I enjoy, but that's about it personally. So I don't know. If you like them, you're gonna be stoked. If you don't, then just ignore them as usual, I guess is kind of where I'm going with that. Thursday, we're not gonna get anything except for teases. I don't even care about packs anymore, realistically. Then we got Friday. Now, the Friday packs are these are probably the first packs that I'm looking at, and I have no idea what they're doing. You know what I mean? Normally, I'm like, okay, we still have these players left. Like, we're probably going to get this guy. We're probably going to get that guy. Outside of David Robinson, we've gotten most of the high-level kind of pack sellers. So I don't actually know who they're going to drop. To increase like pack sales. I don't know. We've pretty much gotten everybody. I mean, I can't think of anything like even any kind of like weird guys that we might get at this stage. I think they pumped the brakes on the big point guards because we got a lot of them already. I mean, the last 4 weeks we got LaMelo, we got Lonzo, we got Penny, we got Magic. So I would assume that they pumped the brakes on the big point guards, but I could be wrong about that. David Robinson would be the most logical choice, realistically, because I think he's like the last. At least, if you can remember anyone else, jump in the comments, because for some reason when I'm recording these, sometimes I just can't think of players, and then I'll think about them immediately afterwards. But he's pretty much the last prize level my team guy that people would love. And we need another big, because it's been a while since we got bigs. I mean, people are running Kareem and Hakeem pretty much exclusively, and Tim Duncan and stuff at this point. So another big would make a lot of sense. I really don't know, though. I am going to say Terry Dissinger, though. We've been getting a lot of wings, but I think it's time for the Terry to come through. So like a Terry D-Rob set would be good. So that's what I'm going to guess. I don't know how right I'm going to be. Friday takeover player, I have no idea. Like, I definitely wasn't guessing Brooke Lopez for this Friday takeover player, so I don't know what it's going to be. It's just another pink diamond. I can say that. Like, I can say the Tuesday is probably going to be the diamond, and a pink diamond will probably be on Friday. But as always, it's been your boy, Cheap Ludes. Have a good day. Peace.